Everyone is excited about getting back on the court this weekend for the tournament.
Everybody just been on their P's and Q's, I guess. Everybody on their toes. Just to go out there and get our first game under our belt. You know, our last week was a exhibition game, but we're ready to face a Division I team and see where we're at.
The Bobcats have strong faith in each other, even if some others apparently don't.
Most people know that we were picked last, of course, to finish in the Sun Belt. But we don't worry about that. Our goal is to just, you know, take it game by game, day by day, practice by practice, and just get better every single day and let the results do the talking.
With 8 newcomers on the team, leadership is a key component to keep the Bobcats going in the right direction.
Just a lot of teaching and like motivating them. There are 8 new guys. They haven't played Division I basketball, so coach asked for us to just lead them in on and off the court, I guess.
Head coach Danny Casper is now in his 4th season for the Bobcats. The players say he's influenced their game since day one. The Bobcats have been preparing for this weekend, and their game plan is simple.
So win all 3 games. That's the game plan.
But the team will be in Hawaii after all, so they have to remember to stay focused.
Young guys are psyched about it. It's their first year and they're going to Hawaii, so everybody's psyched about it. And of course, it's going to be a business trip and we're going there to win. So, you know what I'm saying, we've really been preparing and locking in for, you know what I'm saying, going there and getting 3 wins.
The Bobcats will leave on Thursday and play on Friday, Sunday, and Monday. Their first opponent will be Florida Atlantic on Friday at 9 p.m. local time.
In the U.S., student borrowers have taken out loans amounting to $1.3 trillion. That's right, trillion. Many Texas State students acknowledge they're carrying their share of it.
We spoke with quite a few students on campus today about their student loan debt. And the commonality amongst most of them was not necessarily them not knowing they had the loans, but how much they were.
Do you know how much debt you have?
I need to go back and look, but it's somewhere upwards of at least 25,000.
Raymond DeLeon is a grad student, and he has some advice for his fellow Bobcats.
Know not to take all of the money just because they offer it to you. And if you do take it, don't waste it all on junk, because you have to pay that money back eventually.
Texas State University initiated a new grant program this year called CAFE. CAFE stands for Career and Financial Education. It is geared towards helping students transition from school to the workforce. Christine Wright is a program specialist for CAFE. She says many students have reason to be concerned about the debt they are amassing.
They're aware that they don't know what they should know, which is amazing to me because at least they want to know, the majority of them.
But not every Bobcat is graduating with a hefty bill. Some students found other ways to cover the cost.
I had the Hazelwood, so I'm really lucky in that respect.
My parents, when I was very young, started paying into Texas Tomorrow Fund.
I'm blessed and my parents help me out quite a bit.
The burden of carrying thousands of dollars in debt affects some differently.
It is very overwhelming and stressful because you know, it gives the person more pressure to do well in school.
Honestly, I have put it in the back of my mind and I haven't been thinking about it.
Senior Marvin Henderson says he has a plan for after college.
I want to be an opera director or a main Broadway director.
Okay, so you want to end up in New York City?
Eventually that's the goal.
Regardless of the amount, the post-graduation plan rings a familiar tune for most.
I plan on paying back after I graduate. I guess like everyone else is, just working, making money.
For Bobcat Update, I'm Caitlin McDermott.
Usually the streets of downtown San Marcos are filled with people walking from one bar to the next. This makes up the perfect audience for local musicians who are taking up a spot on the square. That's exactly what singers Natalia and Jawan have done.
So I think like San Marcos is kind of like a little sister of Austin. Like it's really great for live music, and I think that it encourages people to hone that craft.
But I mean, people kind of skip over San Marcos. There's so many creative people out here. There's so many talented like artists out here.
Some artists prefer playing in San Marcos over Austin. Jeremy Gastrock and Andrew Canoy went from having to play 5 nights a week in Austin to needing only 1 night in San Marcos because the music scene is that much better.
You're a number in Austin. The bar DJs don't ever get famous in Austin.
There's just so much going in Austin that it can be tough to break through the crowd.
Live music in San Marcos is on a rise because of that. New venues like Aqua Brew and Craft House have opened and dedicated several nights to live performances.
It's a lot of practice for me and playing a lot of different kind of material, but you definitely gotta get out somewhere and start wherever they'll let you play.
It's good. It's not only good for business, it's just nice to listen to.
Which is how jazz band Enigma felt about their spontaneous performance at Valentino's last week.
After the masterclass, he just asked if there was any live music going on, and I told him, man, it's usually Thursday or Fridays that there's live music, but I'll see what I can do. And so I raced over here and asked the managers, and they were like, hell yeah.
San Marcos provides the musical environment for all genres. All you need is a sidewalk and a voice. For Bobcat Update, I'm Haley Kellum.